Hey guys, Drudder here. It's 20th of May 2017 and the title of this video is Your Gold and Silver May Not Save You. I think a lot of people already know that, but that may sound kind of alarming to some people, and I will explain it. Before you get too alarmed, I will explain it in this video. And I will talk a little bit about my current situation because I've been vlogging on what's going on in my life. My wife, Katie, and I have been looking for accommodation for a couple of months now, since we were given an eviction notice by our landlord that we've been at for a year now, renting here in Vancouver. They need to move in people from overseas, so we had to get out in a hurry. It's legal to do that, but unfortunately it results in a lot of people not having places because the average time to find a spot in Vancouver is 3 to 5 months currently, if you're looking full-time and you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed and stuff. So 3 to 5 months, and we were given less than a month to get out of there, so that's just how it is sometimes, and a lot of people are in this boat. Myself, Katie, and I have been a believer in precious metals for a long time. If you've watched this channel, you know I've been here for about 10 years advocating for the use of precious metals as a store of value and as savings. I'm not an investor myself. I don't tend to move in and out of commodities and currencies and things to try and increase the number of those currencies and commodities I have. I find that to be a fool's game, and I think, you know, investing does not benefit us all. It benefits the winners of investing, which is the few. Most people lose at investing, and of course the bank always wins. So myself, I don't invest, but like I said, silver and gold, are a store of value, and of course the price changes. The price on gold and silver will change day to day. We manipulate this electronically, of course, but the value contained in gold and silver doesn't change from day to day. Value is a product of two things for humans. Something has value if it's scarce and if it's useful. That's the two things that give things value to humans. These are all my opinions. Of course, you can look up these definitions yourself and find slightly different definitions. So this is how I feel, and this is what I've learned. Value is just a function of scarcity and usefulness. For example, air. How much value does air have? It's extremely useful to us, but it's not scarce at all, so it has very little value. You don't find a lot of people selling air or trying to trade air, amounts of air. Maybe in the future. We're kind of doing it with water now. We never thought that would be the case, but water now is a scarce commodity apparently, and it's got a lot of value to it. Even though we're made of water, and so is the planet, really. Everything is water, but anyhow. Value, it's got to be scarce, and it's got to be useful. Is the silver useful? Yeah, silver's very useful. Well, not this particular coin. This is a numismatic coin, really. But you could melt this into wires and solar panels, and as you know, it can be done. Many things can be done with silver and gold. So silver and gold have a lot of uses, especially silver. And are they scarce? Yes, they're both quite scarce. So that's why precious metals have a lot of value. How about dirt? You know, dirt. We've got a lot of dirt. It has some use, but it's not really scarce. So dirt, not too valuable. What about a piece of kryptonite? You could talk about the value on a piece of kryptonite. That's the stuff that kills Superman. So you don't need to kill Superman very often, so it's not very useful, kryptonite. But it's extremely scarce. I think there's, you know, supposedly there's very little kryptonite in the universe, according to the storyline anyway. So kryptonite in that case would be possibly valuable. But gold and silver, they are scarce, at least to us here on this planet, and they are very useful to us. So there's a lot of value in gold and silver, and that's what I advocate for. To understand what value is, and to be able to apply that in your life. And I think I've been able to do that. I've had a small stockpile of gold and silver over the years. It changes sizes. You've seen it at various times. I think in 2012 or so, it was maybe at the biggest it was. But gold and silver is just savings to me. That's like money in the bank. but it's not in the bank. It's private savings. And I still believe in that, and I still advocate for that. But why might gold and silver not save your ass sometimes? Because I've found this out. I've been in a situation and gold and silver did not save my ass. I have some gold and silver, a little bit, not a lot, but I have enough to convert easily really at any pawn shop or bullion dealer or coin shop or hobby store or whatever. I can find a lot of places to turn this into cash in a hurry. I know how to do that, and anyone can do that. You can convert between these two in any town or city really in the world still, which is a good thing. So yeah, there's a lot of value contained in gold and silver, and you can convert that into paper pretty easily. Now the one thing you can't convert it into, as I'm finding, is digital currency. So we have different ways of measuring our value and keeping track of things, and one of them used to be paper currency, little rectangles and coins, and the coins actually did have some metal value to them. Paper is just purely fiat, has value only because we say so, and the government says this has value. And we have to believe that because they have armies and guns. And they will put us in jail if we don't also believe that. So that's how paper and plastic rectangles and little steel discs that have no actual intrinsic value, that's how they get value. So we say they do, and we make it so. But, you know, that's another topic for another time. A lot of this is review. But it's all coming around to a point, and that point is that gold and silver may not save you. And they didn't save me, because I couldn't convert my gold and silver into digital, right? Think about it. Imagine you're in my situation. You've got your bags of belongings, right? A storage unit to put them in, okay? That makes sense. You got your furniture's all in there, cool. Now you've got a backpack, okay? You've got some food in there and some your clothing and necessities, right? And you've got your silver and some cash, okay? So imagine now you want to rent a place, and the landlord says, okay, we accept, you know, Interact or e-transfer or any, you know, digital payment types, right? Some landlords will still accept cash, but not so many. So that's not necessarily the worst part of it. The worst part of it actually comes down to when you go to a landlord and you say, okay, I have income because I own a business, I run a business, I've been doing it for 20 years. And they say, okay, well, but do you work for someone else? You say, no, work for myself. And then they look confused, right? They look, well, who do I call then? Because as a landlord, aren't I supposed to call your employer? Nobody knows what they're doing. We're all just making this up as we go. But the landlords, that's what they think. They think, okay, well, I got to call the employer because I got to know if this person has a job. And I say, well, I don't have an employer for you to call. I have business associates that I've worked with for 10, 15 plus years that know that I'm not a scam artist or something. You can talk to them. Nah, no, that doesn't really sound safe to landlords. They do not like people who work for themselves. If you own, say, a Walmart or something, you could say, well, I own Walmart, and they say, oh, okay, I'll rent to you. But those kind of people don't need to rent. Those people own mansions. So it's kind of weird. You know, you're renters, which means you can't afford a house, $2 million house in Vancouver, which is pretty much everybody can't afford that. But you're a renter, so you obviously aren't owning a Walmart or you're not, you know, a CEO of a company. You maybe have a small business or you work for someone else. People like me who own a small business, I started off on eBay, and I started my own website, all that kind of stuff, right? 20 years ago, when it was easy to do and you could make money at it. You still kind of can, but the point is, you can't convince a landlord to, you know, oh, I work online. Yeah, right. No, seriously, I do. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll give you a call, right? They said they'll give you a call, and you don't get a call. So that's what's happened to us for the past couple of months. Looking for places, you work for yourself, you have cash in hand, or I have silver, I can convert to more cash. I've got cash, I will pay you. I have savings, I can show my savings. People don't want savings, they want income. They want you to have a 9-to-5 job for someone else so that they can call that someone else and say, is this person employed with you, and do you give them paychecks, and should I rent to them? Period. That's it. That's what people want. And it's frustrating, but I'm just telling you, that's how it is in Vancouver. If you're not from Vancouver, you may not know that's the case, but, you know, trust me, that's how it is. I've been trying and renting in Vancouver for many years now. I've actually been a landlord and have owned houses and been and I've had tenants of my own, so I know how this all works, and I've done all this before. I get people, when you're homeless like this, like I am, you get a lot of flack from people, but I just simply don't have a home right now. It doesn't make me a bad person as far as I know, but people really judge you if you say that word, homeless. But all it means is you don't have a home. I don't have a place right now, and I'm the same person I was 3 weeks ago. I'm still clean. I still take a shower every day, but people think, oh, if you're homeless, you have illnesses, or you must be a thief or something. It's like, what? This is crazy. The stigma is horrible. And there's a lot of people in Vancouver that are homeless. I stopped and talked to a guy. He was just in the same boat as me. He'd been doing it for a month longer, so he was. But I've never had to be on the street, except in the daytime. I've always managed to find a place to sleep that's safe, and that's a blessing, and I'm very thankful for that, because I don't want my wife, Medicaid, who's crippled, to be sleeping on pavement. It's not just sore and painful for her, that can actually hurt her permanently. She has a lot of rods, and ribs were removed and put into different spots on her spine and stuff, so she really does need a proper bed. Well, I won't go on about that, but it's just my motivation to keep us in a bed at night, for sure. And like I said, we've got money, so the thing is just getting it into digital. Will your silver save your ass? Not necessarily. If you have this and you walk, it's a 5-ounce tiki, right? Probably paid a lot more for it than it's even worth now. It's 2011, so yeah, that was the peak, right? But anyway, silver taku, 5 ounces. Could take that in anywhere in the world, and I can turn that into cash. Oh great, the neighbor started up his lawnmower again. He doesn't actually mow the lawn, he just turns it on. He likes the sound, it's summery. It is the May long weekend here. There's some tomato plants going to be planted. I'll be doing that in a minute here. I'm staying with a activist friend, well, a new friend, who reached out to me. It was someone who's in my circle, like outer circle of acquaintances, I guess, and saw one of my vlogs and said, there is a bedroom here, and I don't know how long you can use it, and it can't be free, but you're safe for now. So that was amazing, and that's the power of social media, right? You can reach people. And so thank you to them. I don't think they watch this, or they may, but anyway, thank you to them again very much. I'm here now safe. I've been here a couple days. As you can see, I'm in a backyard, and there's just beyond the fence there's a second backyard kind of thing. And it was wonderful yesterday to get out there and really just work in the garden. I don't have a lot of energy because I've been not eating very well lately, but now I am eating and now I am working again. So I put a lot of effort into that backyard and really cleared it yesterday, and it was a joy because I haven't had a garden since I left Grandma's when she died at the beginning of 2016. She died January. So all last year I was looking at other people's gardens and just, oh, I wish. But you can't garden as a renter really, usually. I rented all last year. And now of course this spring, the evictions, surprise! Start looking for a place, you got a few weeks. Oh, didn't happen. Just like last year, right after getting kicked out of Grandma's place by the family so they could sell that in a hurry. I'm rambling now. But there's a sweet cat. Hey. So I'm happy here, I'm cozy here, and I'm back to work full-time on my business. I can actually put up a computer and get an internet connection and spread my stuff out and do my shipping and all that kind of stuff. As I mentioned in my last video, I will link to my eBay auctions, and nobody here really is interested in collectible cards, but that's what I've been doing for 20 years, is collectible cards. Started as a hobby and turned into a business. And it still pays the bills. It's popular. There's still people buying cards, even though they are just fiat. They are just pieces of rectangular pieces of cardboard paper with ink, and the ink pattern on each one determines how much value it is. It's really, there's a lot of parallels with fiat currency, and they really are overprinting these cards and driving down the value of it too, so there's definitely deflation and inflation going on in the collectible cards market. So that's something that I like to talk about, but this is not for this video. Probably will wrap it up here. I'm gonna go and I got some cucumbers I'm gonna put down in that garden back there. I won't be here long, but I like to garden where I am when I can, so I'll just put in some plants, and when I move on from here, they'll stay with the owner of the house. Thank you again to them for letting me stay here. I don't know how long it will be. It's at least again for tonight, so I'm safe for now. Medicati is safe for now, and we will be working hard and finding a way to turn silver and cash into digital so we can once again be good enough to rent in this town. Turn my 5-ounce taku into, what, I don't know, 25 times 5, about 100, maybe $150. I think I paid $300 for it or something. But anyway, there's some opportunity cost loss there in that investment. But like I said, not really an investor. And what I really try to do is I save when I can and I spend when I have to. And that's, you know, everyone has their own strategies, but that has saved my ass a number of times. And now I am looking to spend again my money, my stored money value, but I'm having a bit of trouble because it's not digital, and the world is changing. The world wants digital, and it's tough to get digital unless you have a job with a paycheck that dumps into a bank account. So, one way I can do it is by selling these, or trading, or whatever, turning them into digital currency. Does anyone have digital currency in the form of, say, PayPal or something similar that we can use to get into the, quote, the official system and pay the taxes on it and get it all recorded and tracked and everything, so that I can now spend it on accommodations so I don't have to be homeless? That'll be awesome. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do this yet, but send me a message, I guess. I'll do another video perhaps showing off what silver coins and bars, and I have a nice, what's it, 2005 or so, let's see, I don't know, 2005 set of 10 maples, all in mint condition. Still in the RCM packaging. I don't know, I've just got a bunch of different stuff that I did not move over the years when I needed stuff. It's easier to move your, it's like Gresham's law, right? The worst money gets spent out quickly and you keep the best money for yourself. So I've got all the best dates for all my maples and the best dates for all the silver dollars and all that kind of stuff. But I may have to just do a video and show it all and see what people want, and I can turn it into digital, because I don't currently have a way locally to turn silver or cash into MasterCard. Except for selling it. So I can sell it online, or I can sell it, I guess, in person, but if there's anyone in Vancouver, I could always meet you if you're looking to buy silver. And I think that's probably what I'll do. I'll probably turn some silver into some digital. I have enough cash for food and whatever else, but need accommodation. So look for a upcoming video, or perhaps just send me a message if you know what I have, or if you've seen some of the stuff I have and you want to make an offer on it. Yeah, I will be spending some of my savings, but that's what I saved them for. I didn't save them to die with or whatever. I'm going to use them up. And then when I need to save again, I'll save again, and I'll probably save in silver again. But I might save a little bit in some kind of a digital stash somewhere. Even a Bitcoin, or I don't know, something. I got to get some kind of digital because the world is changing. I don't like digital, but if you don't have it, you are homeless. At least in Vancouver. So, thanks for watching this. Buddy's turned off his noise-making machine again. I can listen to the birds for a bit before I get back to work. Talk to you guys soon.